What's up, everyone? We are live at 5 here at Broadway.com. It's Tuesday, November 19th. It's almost Thanksgiving.
Almost.
Almost.
But not quite.
I'm Paul Wintour.
I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're joined by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Beth.
Paul.
We have three talented ladies here today.
We
have
do.
been waiting to meet them. We've been obviously doing the search for Roxie.
Yes.
The three talented finalists are in New York. They're here.
Exciting.
This is the week. They're building up to an audition. We have Kate Gulotta, Khalifa White, and Emma Pittman.
Yes.
So
Can I
excited to
just
talk to
say
them all about.
Hatcha and whoopee.
Beth loves.
I love a hatcha and a whoopee.
Beth loves a Chicago lyric.
I love a razzle dazzle moment.
We will get to them, but first today's top 5.
We have another play hitting the boards this season.
Oh, this is exciting. Martin McDonough's Hangman is coming to Broadway in the spring. I saw it at the Atlantic Theater.
I missed it.
Well, you have another chance.
Okay.
You have another chance. It was at the Atlantic Theater last year, and it won the Olivier Award when it was in London in 2016. It's a great new work, or well, not that new. It's going to open at the Golden Theater. It will begin performances on February 28th and open on March 19th.
Okay, what's it about?
First, I'm going to tell you, it's Matthew Dunster is the director. Here we go. Hangman takes place in England on the day when hanging has been abolished.
When was that?
That doesn't matter.
Whenever,
Here's the
this
thing.
one, whenever that
in
was.
a small pub sits Harry, who is infamously known as the second best hangman in England. See, if you abolish hanging, all the hangmen are out of work.
The second best. Is there a skill to hanging people?
Apparently,
This
yes.
is
There's a skill?
Look, it's Martin McDonough. It's gruesome and hilarious and very sinister. That's my review in advance. We don't have casting yet, but a lot of great parts in this play. Of course, Martin McDonough is a 4-time Tony nominee.
Yep. Hasn't won yet. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Tony race is heating up.
It's
this is making me nervous.
Heating up. And also, he had Oscar nods for In Bruges and 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. He loves to say places in his titles. Anyway.
Can I say this was not a coincidence that they announced this the morning after The Inheritance opened? Because that's showbiz. That's showbiz. It's very Chicago. Because they both won Best Play in different years, right?
For the
Or
Olivier.
Did this win Best
For the
Comedy?
Olivier.
Anyway, they both won Olivier. So
Best
anyway,
Play.
it's a good race for play this year.
It is.
And one of my favorite movies is getting brand new music for its stage debut, and we can finally listen to some of it, and it's great.
Now, let me ask you something. Is
Yes.
Prince of Egypt one of your favorite movies just because of Mariah and Whitney?
No, I loved it.
Okay,
Loved
okay.
it. It's amazing, but
Okay.
they help.
Okay, if you
They
believe. Okay,
If you believe.
So there's been, because that's why I loved it. There's been a lot of motion to bringing the Prince of Egypt to the stage, and they've done it regionally. It hasn't happened in a really big venue yet, but it is coming to the West End next year. It'll be the UK, not the UK debut, but it's the DreamWorks film. Obviously, it's taken from the Bible. We're dealing with biblical items here, like Mariah and Whitney, and there will be 10 additional songs by Stephen Schwartz, who
10?
of course
That's exciting.
You know him. He wrote Wicked, a little show called Wicked. It will play the Dominion Theater, but the big news today. This starts February 5th. But the big news is there's a new song and there's a music video, and you can check it out. And it features Luke Brady, who will play Moses. You may have heard of him. And this brand new song, it reminds me of like going to the Hallmark store. It's called Footprints in the Sand. There's Footprints on the Sand. Wasn't that those?
That's like one of those
It's
Hallmark
that thing,
books.
Footprints on the Sand, right?
get a
So it's a
poster.
song
Like that poem.
about that. So I'm going to London to see this because
Awesome. Of
I
course
want to
you
see
are.
this.
We got another Cats trailer today, and that's all I can really say about it.
I don't know if you know this, but Cats is now a movie.
I don't know if you knew this, but Beth is a super fan.
Super fan of Cats. Thank you. It's coming out December 20th. We have a new trailer. Lots of Judi Dench.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot shorter. It's a lot
Lots
less.
of Idris Elba.
A lot of Idris
They
Elba.
still don't have noses.
Well, you already got used
just
to the
saying.
look of it from the other
I'm
trailer.
not used to
They
it.
made got a little bit of
You're used to
attention.
it.
You may have
They have
remembered.
fingers.
This is more of a snappy,
hands.
Yeah.
but there's some more new footage.
There's new footage.
But it doesn't
There's
look
some more
different than-
comedy from James Corden. And yeah, it's just getting everyone excited for the Cats
coming,
movie.
Beth.
It's
When's
happening.
the screening? When are we going?
Oh,
Hopefully
I don't know.
soon.
I wanna
We'll
see
all go together.
Cats.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, call us. Okay. Yes, guys, and we're going back to Bikini Bottom, and I am so excited.
We are all excited here at Broadway.com. We all love SpongeBob, the Broadway musical that closed a little over a year ago. And it was very exciting when we found out Nickelodeon was reuniting most of the original company, although Lily Cooper was busy in Tootsie. But they all went to London, right? And they rehearsed it and filmed it. And
It really
Ethan
happened.
Slater can still do it because
He can
it
still
was only
do
a
it.
year ago. He's fantastic. And anyway, Tony Landau directing again, and TV director Glenn Weiss.
Tina Landau.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so now we
making
know when
sure.
it's happening. December 7th on Nickelodeon, correct, at 7 p.m. So we have Ethan Slater, Gavin Lee, Danny Skinner, Brian Ray Norris, Wesley Taylor, Christina Sajous, all taking on their original roles. And then who's playing Sandy Cheeks?
Christina Sasha.
Christina
Oh,
Sajous.
Christina Sajous is playing Sandy Cheeks. I'm sorry.
Stephanie Shu.
Okay, right. Okay,
Stephanie Shu
got
is
it.
the-
Anyway, you know what it is. It's a musical. It's based on the animated series. It has everyone wrote a song for it. It's great. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna love it.
That sums it up.
Yes, and there is a star-studded reading happening of a movie that's might come to the stage.
Right. It's actually a series of movies. Remember the Vacation film
Yes.
franchise?
So we had Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation.
This is with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo,
Ah.
and it was always inappropriate for children, but we
Jane
watched
Krakowski.
it. Jane Krakowski.
It was in Vacation.
When she was
On the
young,
seesaw,
on the
look
younger
it up.
side. So there's going to be an industry reading of Broadway Vacation.
Wow.
Listen, it's on November 21st. Here's who's in it. Listen, this is amazing. Carrie Butler,
Ah.
Will Swenson,
Hey.
John Ellison Conley, Devin May, who
Oh.
appeared with Carrie Butler in
Bat Boy. Oh my God.
Old school.
How
Nick
cool.
Ryan, John Bellman, Sarah Bishop, many more. It's a great cast, and
Bat Boy's a deep cut. That was a lot of years ago.
you
I
know,
appreciate
it's
that.
because Carrie Butler put it on Instagram, not really.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, features a book, music and lyrics by Steve Rosen and David Rossmer, who did the other Josh Cohen and came right here to these seats, and it will be directed by Donna Fiore, and music direction by Meg Zervoulis, and musical supervision by Glenn Kelly. So. Very fancy people doing Broadway
Cool.
Vacation, which is it's always good to have a
It's gonna
comedy
be
in the works.
It has to be a comedy.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Yeah. Also on the site, hey, Gideon Glick, you got married. Congratulations.
Yay.
That happened last night. And congratulations to Perry, of course, your new husband. Danielle Brooks is a mom. We found out all about her daughter. The Inheritance opened, as we mentioned, and Matt Rodin's Red Carpet Challenge is up, which is a lot of fun. Did you know that all the stripes in the
Pride flag.
LGBTQ flag all mean something, all the colors?
I thought they all meant pride.
I didn't. Well, together they do,
I'm
but they
wrong.
all each have a meaning. And he
Okay.
asked everybody what they thought the meaning was. Episode 7 of Behind the Stripes.
There's a switcheroo. I'm not going to tell you what happens. Just go watch.
Okay. Bradley Cooper. There's a lot. There's a lot.
lot.
We weren't on yesterday, by the way. Sorry, I know you missed us. Christmas Carol B-roll and photos came out. What else, Beth?
Clubbroadway.com.
ClubBroadway.com. We had Josh Henry and Sia Renee right here singing a song from The Wrong Man. It's
So good.
fantastic.
So good.
Anna Wintour is going to do a special performance of Tina. She's not going to play Tina. She's going to host it. And also we have great portraits from the Inheritance opening night.
Yes.
And Beth,
I'm going to get out of here because
we
there
have some
are.
Roxy hearts here. So
You'll get
thank
3.
you.
It'll frame you better. Okay, I'll get.
They're
I'll
not
leave.
doing
I'll leave.
choreography. There's not enough room.
We
All right.
can.
Okay, Caitlin, tell everyone about today's guest.
all that
Gladly.
jazz.
Yes, you guys, we have your fan-voted top 3 finalists in the Search for Roxie. You guys voted for them. So we got Kate Gulotta, Khalifa White, and Emma Pittman. All of these girls, they submitted their audition videos. They were selected as a top 10 by Duncan Stewart and Benton Whitley and Charlotte D'Amboise, who's a longtime Roxy. They narrowed them down to the top 10 and then released it out to the world, and you guys voted for them. And they found out by Paige Davis right here in this very studio that they were coming to New York City to audition to actually be Roxy Hart in Broadway's Chicago. And now they're here with us. We're so excited to learn all about them and that they are actually in the running to become Broadway's next Roxy Hart. You guys, everyone, please put your hands together. Put all of your questions in the comments down below. And please welcome Emma, Khalifa, Kate, and Paul.
Yay! Welcome, ladies. It really happened. Like you became finalists and you're really here and it's all happening. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for all wearing different colors. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. How are you all feeling? You can just interrupt each other. You can just, I don't know.
Okay,
Just
yeah. I'll go. If anyone has been following so far, then they saw that in my interview with Paige.
Yes.
This is my first
I know.
time in New York.
So how is that? Does it?
I
It's
feel
rainy.
like- I
It's a
feel-
little rainy out.
Yeah,
I'm
last
sorry
night
about
was a
that.
little
It's not
misty
great.
Moment. But hey, it's fine. My hair was frizzy anyway. We got to see the show last night, Chicago.
Okay.
Incredible,
So good.
like
Yes.
so surreal. The talent on that stage, and just obviously sitting there, and we're all just like, that might be one of us. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I feel like I can't properly comment on like a first timer's trip to New York because this is not a typical first time trip
No,
to New York.
you're having sort of a whirlwind
I've
New York
used that word
adventure.
so many times. Yeah.
Now,
whirlwind.
Khalifa, do you already live in New York?
I do.
And Emma, have you lived here?
I've sort of lived here on
Okay,
and off.
on and off,
Yeah,
on and off.
I was living in subletting around April. I was working at a children's theater in the
Okay.
Bronx, and then now I'm actually at home in my hometown choreographing the Christmas show for
Oh.
my high school.
Oh, amazing.
It's really, really exciting.
And where's that? Mississippi?
It's in Mississippi.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, welcome back.
Thank you. And then after that, I'm planning to dive right into New
Okay.
York City and actually find a place.
After you
Yes.
punch some Christmas
Gonna
cheer.
take
Lots
the
of
plunge.
cheer.
Lots of cheer.
Commit.
And Khalifa, you've been here for, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Plant City, Florida, small little town.
Okay.
Winter strawberry capital. But I was born on Long Island, but I'm a Florida girl. I spent
Okay.
most of my years there. Went to college at UCF.
What's the most Florida thing about you?
Ooh, what is the most Florida thing about
What is a
me?
Florida girl? Just someone that likes good weather and
Yeah,
beaches?
we like hot weather. We don't like. I mean, it's funny because I do like cold weather, but I live for some heat. I love the beach. The beach.
Okay.
The beach.
It's a beach.
There it is.
It's
the
a beach.
To beach.
Yeah.
Very beach.
So, Roxie Hart is literally one of the best roles I think that has been written. I mean, so many amazing actresses have played it. So, take me back when you heard this was happening. If you could just tell me, was it like a, yes, I'm entering this, get the video, start rolling the video, I'm gonna do the move. You had to do a monologue and a dance and the song.
Yeah, all of
was
it.
good to show
Whole thing.
It was
All of
triple
it.
threats, 1, 2, 3. You had to do all of it.
Yep.
So was it an immediate thing?
I was actually in the middle of doing a production of Legally Blonde back home, and
what?
Elwoods.
Oh, excellent.
Which was so fun,
You're a
so
very
fun.
smart girl.
And my best friend in the entire world, who was actually playing my Vivian Kensington at the time, found the information or whatever on Broadway.com
Yeah.
and sent it to me. And she was like, "Girl, if you don't do this," and I was like, "I mean, yeah, I have literally nothing to lose. Like, I've never done anything like this
Nothing to
before,
lose.
but why not?" Like. This whole journey, like even before I found out that I made the top 10, something that I've really been trying to like cling to and keep close to my heart is like reminding myself that embracing your fears and embracing your vulnerability, and not even just in performing, but in life, like is so important because it's what's going to propel you forward and set you apart.
Yep.
And it's what opens the doors. I
Yeah.
mean, look where I am.
Say yes.
Yeah, just say yes. Just do it.
Stephanie J. Block says, Beth, say yes.
Yeah.
Things that scare you, like playing Cher or Roxie Hart.
Exactly.
Khalifa, where did you tape your audition? Where did-
I found a self-tape place
Okay.
to do it, but I attempted to tape the video twice.
Okay.
The first time was because I had found out about the competition 2 or 3 days before the initial deadline.
Right.
So-
Yeah,
And
got
I psyched
extended.
myself out of it. It's funny. I actually watched their videos and I was like, oh, they're so good. I'm not doing this. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, do they want a black girl? Like, I was really psyching myself out of it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was just being honest.
You know, all
Yeah,
kinds
girl.
of women have played Roxie Hart.
It's
over
true.
the
I'm
years.
like, oh, but do they? You know, you see a competition, it's like, well, what do they really want? You don't
Talent.
think it's gonna be like real. But when the deadline got extended and I had 2 of my guy friends encourage me, I was like, well, it didn't get extended for no reason. Maybe this is
The
a sign that I
universe.
should do it. So I put it together real quick before I left for the Bodyguard. I was editing it on the bus to Beverly.
Amazing.
Both my dance captains from my former show and the Bodyguard helped me choose like that night before rehearsal started so I could be
Wow.
Oh my
focused.
God,
But
that's
it
so
was
sweet.
very like
Wow.
it was very crazy. And me and the woman who helped me with my self-tape, she helped me like free myself. I loved my first take so much. I was like, let's play. And so we played and had a blast.
Yeah, girl.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
good.
she just did the Bodyguard North Shore Music Theater. That's what you were referencing. And Emma, how about you? How did you get your tape together?
So I actually didn't know anything about it for like a hot minute, and my professor sent me an email and was like, "You have to do this." Michelle Pock was like, "You must do this right now. Period. Hard stop." And I was
Wow.
like, "Oh, okay, yes, ma'am. You're right." Had I known, I probably would have considered it and like maybe been a little wishy-washy about it. But since she sent it, it was like a sign. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I got nothing to lose.
Nothing
Let's
to
do
lose.
this.
And like an affirmation, like someone you look up to
And
in
when
life.
you work so hard for something and there's
Yeah.
such an opportunity as this to just
Yeah.
put yourself out there and go, it's out there now, and I can just let it be. I did it at Champion Studios. I did it all by myself. My boyfriend filmed it, who is definitely not a theater person at all. I was like, okay, here's how it's gonna go. I need this angle. I need you to not get the trash can in the corner. You know, it was very specific, but he rolled with the punches, and no matter how many times Aston Marie take it, we got a really good take of it. And then when it was out, it was almost freeing. Like, it wasn't the affirmation. I mean, I was really, floored by all the support of like, this looks really great, you're going to be awesome. I was like, you know what? But the courage that it takes, that all these girls, just said, YOLO.
To even do it,
let me just put it out there. And
press that
why not, girl?
Mine, like, when I finally decided to do it, like the day that I had free to do it, was my husband and I's 4-year wedding anniversary. So he literally like took off of work for our anniversary. We spent our 4-year wedding anniversary in my hometown community theater. I'm like the secretary to the board there. And I've been doing theater there for like almost 13 years now, like literally my little home theater. And so I like filmed it on that stage. My husband,
you're on stage.
My husband filmed and edited it. Like, so it was just so like, and my little chicken, my little baby girl was running around too.
I love the backstory.
It was a little family affair. So even just like putting it together, like from the beginning, just it was a lot went into it.
So just so everyone knows, there were a lot of submissions, and the casting office chose. And Charlotte Dubois, of course, is a long time.
No
Roxie
big
Hart. They chose the top 10, and then you all went online and voted, and you're really the fan favorites, which is very exciting. And now you're here in New York, and you've done some Roxie boot camp. So you're actually you're auditioning later this week, and by the way. Can we talk about who you're auditioning in front of? Because I believe
if you want us to all start crying,
we will begin to cry.
Can we talk about? So, well, I'll start with Bianca Muttaqeen, who is a fantastic Roxie Hart. She first did it in Mexico, and she's been on Broadway many times. Who are the other 2 women that will be there?
I don't know if a lot of people know who they are, so maybe I don't know. It's just. Bebe Neuwirth.
Broadway's first Velma Kelly, who also played Roxie Hart. Fun fact, she did go in as Roxie. And Mama Morton. Everything but Amos.
Okay.
Yes, so she knows the show. And then who else?
Anne
Rankin. Oh my God, Anne Rankin's going to be there. She, of course, originated the role in this revival, choreographed. I mean, so that's exciting.
Very exciting.
I was like, I'm really happy that you guys told us ahead of time, and we all cried.
Oh my goodness!
We all literally were like
immediate tears.
I was like crying, and then I said, I'm happy you guys told me before because I literally would have walked in and been like, oh my God, and walked out. I need a second.
I was just watching her yesterday, literally watching the YouTube West End like behind the scenes, bringing Chicago to West End from however many years ago it was on Bravo, and I was watching Anne Rankin.
And now you'll be in front of her. So go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say, like, obviously the initial thought is like, whoa, I'm gonna be completely starstruck. Like, she is superhuman. But at the same time, like, the more I think we like talked about it and like have let it sink in for a little while, like, just thinking about having her presence there in the room,
an honor.
Not even only that, but like I can't even imagine. Like, I'm really excited to just see how that like almost transforms me in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be my best Roxie self for Annie.
Absolutely.
Well, what I love about Roxie is you can bring yourself to Roxie. You know what I mean? There's so much personality to the part, so it's great.
I mean,
and we're also different.
We've been talking about it like ever since we all hopped off the plane together.
Yeah.
We're just talking about how each of us have such different Roxies.
Yeah.
In the boot camp, we've gotten to watch each other work and like take notes, and it's incredibly inspiring.
Our Roxies couldn't be farther from each other. Yeah, so that's making it so fun for us.
It's amazing.
It's really cool.
And the reason that it makes us like the reason why they are so different is because we're just bringing our pure, authentic selves to it, and to have all of our each individual full lived lives.
But that's why the role is so iconic as it is, and I think a huge reason, like in general, why the production has run for such a long time. I think y'all even said that at some point. It's just like how many incredible women have come into this show and into this role and completely just made it their own. And like, that's so incredible.
Watching it yesterday,
incredible.
I saw that a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we got to see
Yes.
Tanya yesterday do
With
it.
Roxy.
For her, I heard it was her first time after going away to be a mommy and have a baby, and I was like, connection.
Yes.
I'm here for all of the
Another
upper 20s married moms.
Another great Roxy Hart, of course, is Paige Davis, and she's the one who called you guys.
We
and-
love
Paige.
Paige.
Yeah.
We love
and
Paige.
you each had time with Paige too, right?
We did.
Yes, we
We'll sit
did.
down. Yeah, we're planning brunch.
We are planning brunch this week.
And what did she give you any advice, or like how do you feel? You've all been in audition scenarios before, obviously. This time we'll have cameras rolling, and it's a little more, and you're in front of
Right.
and maybe new words.
And yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be
Maybe a
there.
little heightened. But how do you feel going into this?
I feel like we were again talking about this not that long ago when we were walking around outside. It's like every single person that we have gotten to encounter in this process, especially since coming to New York, like everyone we've gotten to work with in the boot camp and everything, have just been so like open-armed and encouraging. And uplifting and really positively like constructive and so helpful and inspirational. Like I can't even say enough adjectives. But
And
like
the team has so much
Passion.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been running so long to like see
Yeah.
like the MD, like I mean we watched him yesterday, obviously, like conducting the show, but to watch how excited he was,
the
and then
one-on-one work
today
with
like
him was great.
giving notes, but like there's so much like passion and love for the show.
Yeah.
it like sets you even more on fire, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like
Exactly.
this is just incredible. So it's so incredible. And then talking about Paige, I know you like mentioned her at the top of that question.
Yeah.
She has just been like so down to earth, so sweet
Yeah.
and fun and informative and
And on
like
our team, like rooting for us.
Oh my God,
Since
yeah.
day one,
Yeah.
she's been there. I feel like she's our
Absolutely.
number one
Yes.
fan. I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks,
I
Paige.
know.
Since the FaceTime.
Yeah, we got to like I guess work a little bit on like a monologue moment
Yes.
with her, which was
I love
incredible
that
because like
monologue.
she
I do it at home in the shower all the
As
time.
you should.
Ooh, what a
It's
great
therapeutic.
one.
We're not doing
a
that.
great show.
oh my gosh, you're gonna gas yourself up.
It's so good.
Oh my God, yeah.
the
But
discoveries.
so hearing some feedback and some like advice from her on
Sure.
that was
Uh-huh.
like, what? She is Roxy.
Exactly,
Like,
and
this is
just
crazy.
just relating this present moment, us
Yeah.
being here at Live at
Oh,
5
yes,
in New York
totally.
City, maybe having an opportunity to be Roxy Hart on Broadway, like that's Roxy Hart's dream about vaudeville.
We're
Like
literally
it
living
could
it.
happen,
It's
and
we're
now like
living Roxy's.
Right.
I mean, we
So
didn't
it's
kill
not
anyone.
so far away.
yeah, no murdering,
Yeah.
no
We didn't
murdering.
kill anyone.
No one's dead.
But yeah.
Another person who's a big fan of all of you is Caitlin. She actually, you've been watching a lot of this boot camp stuff.
Spent the day together.
Yes,
My lady.
So what kind of questions are we getting from people online?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So a lot of people want to know. Okay, so Brandy wants to know, how did you prepare for coming to New York between Paige telling you that you're in the top 3 to getting on the plane, landing in New York, and kind of knowing that you're going to go into this Roxy
Well,
boot
it's pretty
camp?
quick.
Pretty quick.
First of all.
but
I was
Wait a
gonna
minute, did you say
say-
Brandy?
not
Turnaround.
Brandy Norwood.
Oh, I thought
my
you
God.
another former Roxy Hart.
Imagine
I'm
I was like, hey girl.
No, yeah. So I was gonna say I literally like couldn't prepare because it was so fast.
Yeah.
And I work as a Victory Bell at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans,
Oh,
and
wow.
so we just came off of Veterans Day week, which is like one of the craziest weeks of the year. So I was like touring North Louisiana, and I FaceTimed with Paige to find out that I made the top 3. On my way home from that tour, I had to like stop at my dad's house. It was like a halfway point because I was scared I would like miss the call.
Oh.
So then I got home, and then it was like, oh my gosh, I need to like figure out what to pack
Yeah.
or what. I mean, we're going there for friggin' ever and like have so much to do, so many exciting things to do. And
Right.
so, yeah, it was a lot. And it was a lot.
And also working on like the material as well, because
Yes.
we
It
wanted
was
to
different.
the monologue that
It
we
was
did.
new. It wasn't the same, y'all. It wasn't the
It
same.
was.
The
It's like
monologue is we're doing
it's
the
4
full
minutes long.
monologue.
It's 4 minutes long.
longer.
We're doing the whole
rearranged.
situation. So
not the same.
that on top of our everyday, work life and the things that we're working at this moment, I just found myself, like you were saying in your interview, just trying our best to be very present
Like
in
in
the
the
days to
moment.
come. Yes, because I was
Yeah.
like, as much as I want to freak out over this being top 3,
Yeah.
I want to give
have
my
any-
energy to what's at hand at this moment.
the
While
experience.
while
Yes.
still honoring the work that I have to do to come here. So
Yeah.
finding that balance,
balance.
it
The
was
balance.
it was
It
fun.
was tough.
Yeah.
I was leaving the bodyguard.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like, coming.
you just finished
It was
last
like all my
weekend, right?
shows have been
Last
like rolling. Like back next, which is a blessing, but you know sometimes
Blessed and blessed.
it's sometimes it's just hard, you know, to it's constant the constant
Coming out of
change and
it,
then like
yeah, totally.
centering to regroup.
Go
It's like,
into
and
the
now
next.
I'm this person, and now I'm that
Yeah,
person, and now
totally.
I'm home, and now I'm gone. So I think for me it was kind of like grounding myself. I locked myself in my apartment those cold days. After that Veterans Day, it was really cold in New York.
Oh my God,
I
it
did
was
not
cold
leave my house for
everywhere.
2 days.
Okay.
No, it was in the 20s in
It was really
Louisiana.
cold.
It was
Yeah.
freezing. Roll over even.
So it's safe to say one of you will actually win the opportunity to play Roxie Hart, but it's safe to say that you all have Broadway dreams and we will see all of you on Broadway and back on Line of Fire.
Absolutely.
Your lips
All
to
that
God's
stuff.
Ears.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
You guys are great.
Is there anything else?
Yes. So Andrew wants to know what have your prior experiences with the musical Chicago been? When's the first time you saw it? What's the deal?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I feel like we've been going down the line.
We
so I'll
have,
just start. So, okay, I know a lady doesn't say her age, but I'm 26. And I got to actually play the role of Roxie Hart when I was 19
Wow.
in the theater that I filmed my audition.
Oh, on that stage.
Yeah.
On that stage. Okay.
So I was actually a little 18-year-old baby when I auditioned, and the only reason I like really got into it was I heard that the auditions were coming up, and I had no experience with it as far as like the actual stage production.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched the movie,
Yeah,
so I got
sure.
the movie, and I made he was my boyfriend at the time. I made my husband sit down and watch it with me, like an uncomfortable amount of times, and he was just like. Not interested. He's not
Yeah.
really theater either. We
Yeah.
could talk. But he was so supportive though. Obviously filmed and edited my audition. But yeah, so watched it, prepared, auditioned, and I wanted Velma.
Oh.
I wanted Velma, and I walked out, and I felt like so good, and I'm like in the line at Subway, like making a sandwich, and I got the call, and they're like, "Hello, is this Roxie?" And I was like, "What is happening?" So
Wow.
excited. So yeah, complete
So you got the
shift.
wrong role. You got the
Completely
wrong role.
opposite.
Well, I guess I just got the
Broadway.
one that I was
Broadway.
better suited for.
Oh, but if we do a search for Velma, I guess we'll just drop
That'll
your
be
tape
next
in that
year.
one. How about you, Khalifa? When did you first see Chicago?
Well, I've been watching the movie for years, but in terms of the Candor and Ebb Fosse
Yeah.
moments, in college we did a little show called Kiss of the Spider Woman,
Ooh.
which is not Chicago, but I understudied.
That needs to come back to
It
Broadway.
does need to come back.
With you in it.
Speak
Get
it into
Khalifa that Kiss of the
existence.
Spider-Woman revival.
I understudied, and it was actually one of my proudest moments of college. I understudied the best dancer at our school, Abby Jaros. And I learned so much from dancing behind her, and I fell
So
in
she was
love
Aurora.
with, yeah, she was
And you
Aurora, and I
covered
was the
Aurora.
understudy.
Uh-huh.
And I fell in love with the stylistic movement,
Yeah.
the Fosse. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and
Uh-huh.
for those of you who do not know, Michael Jackson is heavily, heavily, heavily influenced by Bob Fosse.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And so I love that element, that kind of like dark element, but I'm still making commentary, and where Fosse kind of gets a lot of his like concepts and ideas from.
Yeah.
I watched Fosse Verdon 3 times through.
The whole thing.
But all of those kinds of shows, Sweet Charity, like I loved all of
Yeah.
his stuff, and I love a lot of Candor and Ebb stuff.
Yeah.
So Chicago was just like, oh, that's my thing. Like
Uh-huh.
I love a dark musical. I do. I love a dark
Uh-huh.
musical. I feel like it's so real. There's something
Yeah.
very real
Yeah.
and human
Raw.
about Chicago and all those sorts of musicals. Yes,
You know
raw.
MJ's coming to Broadway, too.
I do.
Michael
I can't
Jackson
wait to
musical.
see
So there's
it.
all kinds of things going on. Emma, what about you?
So I saw Chicago on Broadway when I was going into the 9th grade. I think my
Okay.
mom and I came to New York City. I was doing some sort of dance camp situation, and I remember seeing it. We were sitting in the orchestra, and I was just awestruck by the talent. Because coming from
Sure.
Mississippi, we don't really have productions like that where I'm from. So
Yeah.
to see like people who are dancing, giving their lives on the stage, and the acting, I was just like, this is a new world to me. I hadn't done theater up until then. I was just a dancer, so I was like, this is a whole nother story. So then my mom was like, I can see you doing that, and I was like, not really. And Here we are. I actually,
Mom's
thanks,
right.
Mom. I actually got the
Amazing.
chance to understudy the role at a theater in my sophomore year of college in the
Okay.
summer, and I enjoyed learning from watching the girl do it and just being on the side, hearing her go through the story. And I just remember like aching. I don't want any bad things to happen to this girl, you know, but just like aching for the chance to get out there and have a chance to
It's
play.
like a hunger, man.
Yeah,
and then
it's-
once you get a taste of the stage.
Girl.
Girl.
And here we are. So,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, we're out of time, but thank you so much for being here. We were so excited to meet you guys and have an amazing audition.
thank you.
We'll be
Break
checking
legs.
in with all of this, and enjoy the rest of your time in New York. And,
I
So
plan
much.
to.
and I know I'll be seeing all of you again and again and again.
On the stage
what
around
the
the
fingers
city,
crossed
right
are.
here. You never know.
Right here,
Yeah.
sitting in this chair
One never
again.
know.
So thank you so much.
Thank you
Paul.
again.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to 2 of our Radio City Rockettes.